So now, bum. I remember we were talking about it. You have your store going, and then COVID hits.
Yeah.
And I never forget looking at a picture and seeing what COVID almost did to you.
Yeah, man.
You wanna tell everybody, tell people your experience?
Yeah.
This is a very interesting story.
COVID was crazy. COVID almost dropped me out still. It was crazy. So, when I look back at the whole situation, like the COVID itself, right? The whole pandemic itself was like a blessing for me, because it gave me time to slow down. Like I slowed down. Like I was forced to slow down because I was always just kind of hustling and like moving and just no time for myself. You know what I mean? So the only time I got was like in the gym or whatever. You know what I mean? So all in all, like that part of it was just amazing because I got to self-reflect. However, I think I was going through like a lot of stress during COVID. Like it was like a transitioning period, you know what I mean? And so, when the COVID caught me, even though like I'm the healthiest guy, like I juice, I eat, I do it all, I think it was just due to the stress, you know what I mean? And so I remember going to work and then everything was fine that day or whatever. And then, I left. And then I was on my way home and I'm like, damn, like, I don't feel good. Like I just feel tired, like a flu, like, you know what I mean? Body just run down. And I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm going to go home. I'm going to go to sleep or whatever, just go on easy, So I go home, I'm freezing, like everything, all the symptoms or whatever.
Are you thinking like, this could be COVID? Or are you just thinking?
I'm just thinking it's a regular cold because
is the word COVID popping around and talking about it?
COVID's not in like my head or nothing like that. I'm like, this is a regular cold because if I had COVID, then I would have diarrhea or something like that, right? Because like, remember they're saying, if you get COVID, like, you're going to be having diarrhea, like I'm thinking like, this is what's going to happen. So then boom, like my symptoms moved like literally so quick. And I remember calling like my ex Ting and I was like, yo, I'm sick or whatever. And she was like, like she's a nurse at the time. She's like, it could be COVID. You know what I mean? And then I'm just like, she's like, okay, well, I could come by, like, help you out, X, Y, and Z. So boom, I was like, no, like, I'm good. I'm going to deal with it on my own. Like, I don't need you over or whatever, But she was persistent, like, no, I'm going to come. So boom, like the symptoms just switched on me. Like now it's like it just got worse. Now like my back is hurting, my arms are hurting me. Like my smell didn't go yet, but it didn't go yet. But that like gradually all that came. I was sleeping a lot. Then I didn't want to eat. I stopped eating because I just wasn't like hungry or nothing like that, right? So then, boom, I did the test. The COVID test or whatever, and then it came back. They're like, yeah, you have COVID or whatever. Each and every day, fam, the COVID just got worse. You know what I mean? It got to the point where like I couldn't watch TV because like my eyes are just going blurry, so I couldn't watch TV. Remember, I wasn't eating, I wasn't drinking. I would drink like the water or whatever, and the water would like taste dry. Like I don't even know how to explain it. But I'm drinking water, and just imagine water tasting dry. I don't want to, I was eating food and like, this girl had to force me to eat food because I'd tell her like, the food's dry. And I remember there was like this juice in the house and I was like, dip the chicken in the juice, man. I'm like, I was messed up. Like, you know what I mean? Cause I'm like, the chicken's so dry. Like, you know what I mean? And like, she's forcing me to eat. And I'm like, I don't want to eat. So during that whole like time I was there, like at home, I was just sleeping the whole entire time because I was in so much pain that I wanted to sleep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was I had pneumonia, COVID pneumonia.
Okay.
Right? So like I couldn't breathe. So
pause for a second. When you say COVID pneumonia, was that like you felt like you had is that like what the doctor was telling you?
Yeah. So I had pneumonia. Like, right?
So you had pneumonia and COVID.
And COVID, right? Okay. So a lot of people that get COVID, they get the pneumonia with it or whatever. Yeah. So that made it worse. Yeah. Right? So like I'm struggling through pneumonia and the COVID. So I'm going up the stairs or whatever, and I'm having an asthma attack. And then, like doctors ask me, have you had asthma before? And I'm like, nah. Like, I'm like, maybe when I was young, I remember having some puffers or whatever. Yeah. But like, I run, I do it all. Like every time.
Remember
right?
In the gym, we played, this guy's jumping through the fucking roof.
Everything's good. So I remember one day I had like a crazy like asthma attack, right? Like panic attack. Like I couldn't breathe, and I kept actually going to the hospital in Burlington.
Also, you were going to the
I was
hospital.
going to the hospital. They were turning me back. They're like, "Yeah, you have COVID, but like, yo, go home, go home."
Yeah, yeah.
So eventually, sorry, homegirl was like, "Yo, like, we can't go to Joseph Brand. We gotta go to Oakville." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because yo, like, it's getting bad. And I wasn't sleeping. I couldn't get rid of my fever. I had a fever the whole entire time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we're about 8 days in with COVID, and every day is getting worse. And I'm not eating, like nothing. I'm not eating nothing, like a little bit of water. So during that time, I'm like kind of like just like hallucinating and stuff like that. Like,
Damn, bro.
I'm like messed up. I'm not really like sleeping.
Yo, when you're like your body's fading, like you're fading, you start hallucinating.
Yeah, started hallucinating. And yo, on God, I'm not even real. I got to one point where I was just like, yo, like if you're like gonna die, yo, just take me out right now. Cause I'm like, yo, this is not it. This is like not it. Like I was ready just to go, fam. Like real talk. Damn. And I think like it was that day when I was like, yo, ready to go, that this girl's like, yo, we're going to Oakville. Boom. I went to Oakville, went in. They took my, what's it called? Took my temperature and took like my oxygen. The man looked at me and said, yo, how are you even still alive? They're like, yo, your oxygen's low. Like right away, they skipped like every step of like getting the information. They're like, yo, just go here or whatever. So they put me like in the ICU there, gave me, what do you call it? The IV and stuff like that. The IV did all that, hooked me up or whatever, like right away. That's like the quickest ever, yo, right away. So then boom, stayed in the hospital now for 4 days, and they had me on oxygen and all that or whatever. And then I kind of started to gradually come back. I couldn't sleep like still, so they were giving me like sleeping pills and like as drugged up on steroids, like yo, everything. You know what I mean? But I started to like get better, started to eat a little bit here and there. I was still having like the asthma attacks, and then I couldn't even walk properly because my body was just so frail and weak. So I remember like, so before COVID started, I was at like 225, right? I was on like some gorilla time.
I stay here. Yo, oh, it's just big, you know.
Yeah, so
Oh, it's
225.
big, you know.
Gym's locked down. I started boxing. Like, you know what I mean? I really love the boxing, but I slimmed down from boxing.
Yeah.
So I came down to about 190. You know what I mean? Boxing, cut, looking wicked.
That's a lot of job,
right?
Though.
And then boom, COVID, I dropped down to 160.
Oh my God. I remember seeing
within
that,
8 days.
Bro, I remember seeing that picture of you.
Yep.
You're like hooked up to a machine,
man.
a ventilator.
Yeah,
man. And I couldn't believe that was you, bro.
Man. Yo, like
that's
different.
Just scary.
My face was different. Everything was just different. Like I was looking at my body like, yo, like I was like the regular me. Like, cause me, like I was never big. You know what I mean? So 160, I would say, is my actual like body weight. Like that's me. So I came all the way back down to that. And then, yeah, fam, like, it really kind of just made me look at life differently again. Because that was like another near life-death incident. Like, you know what I mean? Where I was like, oh, damn, I really got to start like, you know, taking things like differently and moving differently. You know what I mean? And so, yo, that was like a crazy experience with COVID. And so I get why some people drop out from COVID. Because literally it attacks all your illnesses. Right? I dislocated my elbow playing ball like years ago. Yo, it felt like my elbow was dislocated.
Oh my God.
I had jumper's knee. Yo, it felt like, yo, my jumper's knee came back. You know what I mean? The bottom of my foot was in pain. Like, I have a scar here. My scar was in pain. Like, yo, I felt all like my past injuries and illnesses like during the COVID. You know what I mean? So like, yo, that thing's a different thing still. It's a different thing. Like, I feel like whoever created that in that lab, like, yeah, they knew what they were doing. And again, that's why people are dropping out.
I have a couple of questions when it comes to that, because obviously it's not you. You're not out here by yourself. You have your son. You have your mom. You know what I'm saying? Your siblings. Tell me what they were going through. Like, imagine seeing somebody that you see is 225 regular, then finally drop down to 160. That's like, that's bones, bro.
It's crazy. So like, yo, my mom was obviously like going through it because she's like, damn, like, you know what I mean? I'm her only son, you know what I mean? And she's like, yo, like, this is crazy. So she was panicking, and that was kind of stressing me because she was panicking. my son's mom was just like, yo, like she was crying because she's like, yo, I don't know if this guy's gonna like drop out because like see me in the hospital, like they see me like on deathbed literally, right? My son was just like, yo, like he was like, whoa, like,
That's
this is crazy.
Yeah.